By the way, how big did this mission come out be?
1563.
Okay, too
I
bad.
think. It was 15 something.
Yeah, I saw
Reasonable.
1563 just now.
About standard size for framework.
And whoever that was quiet. All right, Juno's in. I think that's all good. Juno, just take your slots as you can. We will at least have both CLSs for mission start then. Cool. All right, everyone who's here is in. Welcome to Šumava, an Eastern European nation that, in my lore, gained their independence from the Soviet Union like every other Eastern European nation in the late 90s, joined the EU, joined the UN, joined NATO, and has achieved reasonable economic prosperity. Unfortunately, our neighbor to our east, Korsac, did not achieve such things, and they have decided to invade us to gain resources. What else would you invade someone for? The Šumava military was never a large military. It was modestly upgraded on the backs of massive Soviet stockpiles, but it was never a huge military. So instead of fighting the front lines directly, the plan is instead inspired by the Austrian designs of the Cold War. You're a small team. You've hidden at your current location, which is on the far leftern side of the AO. The front line has passed over you, east to west, and you are now in your home country, but behind enemy lines. And your goal is to cause chaos, as much chaos as you can, while not trying to get bogged down. There are several tasks that have been assigned to you. Again, the standing order is to preserve the fighting force for future engagements. Don't get bogged down. Stay mobile. Stay discreet. Pick your fights accordingly. A convoy coming down the road could be a lightly armed supply convoy. It could be a tank platoon. Choose your fights carefully. However, Command has determined two primary objectives that they would like you to focus your efforts on. The first is a helicopter fob just to your east. The enemies have set up a brand new fob there, and that helicopter fob is having large scale impacts on the war effort. So your job is to disrupt its operations as much as possible. The second primary objective is enemies have set up a GPS jammer out on the radar station, kind of in the middle of the AO. You're going to have to go in there, find the computer, and disable it by interacting with it. That will restore GPS functionality. It will also restore all of the moving map markers, fire team and squad lead markers. And your final primary objective is to make it to the rally point on the far eastern edge of the AO. Aside from those primary objectives, your secondary objectives are just to cause chaos. Could perhaps ambush some convoys along the MSR or the railroad, and just cause chaos as much as possible. There are some suspected points of interest marked. They may be empty. They may have lots of enemies. There will almost certainly also be enemies outside of those objectives. Again, you are behind enemy lines. Enemy forces are streaming east to west to support the front line. Let's see. You guys are using Soviet style equipment, AK-107s, SVDs, PKMs, and a Soviet 2B14 mortar. The enemies are using NATO equipment, AUGs, G3s, MG3s, LAVs, as well as some modern MRAPs and some modern main battle tanks. But technical notes. 6 a.m. Can you all still hear me?
Yes.
Cool. It's 6 a.m. The weather is forecast to be thunderstormy for the whole mission. Respawn is a 3 to 6 minute timed wave on CO's location. Radios are standard setup, except the short ranges are bow things instead of 343s. The map markers, as I described, the moving map markers are disabled until you disable the GPS jammer. Once that is disabled, you will have all of the normal available map markers. Medical is our normal medical setup, although thanks to Kratos for reminding me today to adjust some of the interaction time so that medic skill actually improves things. Logistics. Logistics are handled by hidden supply caches. They're marked on the map as either a cache or a large cache. The normal, perhaps even small caches have one box. The large cache has 2 boxes. Each box can refill about half the platoon if we were full strength, so maybe a bit more than half the platoon today, as well as 2 of the mortar magazines. The mortar has 6 magazines in total, 1 smoke, 1 illume, and 4 HE mags, and the box will resupply 2 of those magazines. So choose carefully. It's using the current version of the framework. The briefing tabs was also made with Bubba's web tool a couple weeks ago. So if you find anything weird in the briefing tab, please let me and Bubba's know. Other credits, thanks to Kratos for the medical issues this morning, and thanks Emma for helping me solve a couple tech issues getting this set up. Cass, each mortar magazine has 8 mortar rounds, so that's a starting total of 32 HE, 8 smoke, and 8 illume. And then each magazine from box will supply 8 of those. It will count a partial refill as a full refill. That's out of my control. That's just how Ace handles it. And again, you start at the start mark, way off to the west. Any technical questions for me?
I presume there are no civilians.
You can expect some civilian presence in towns. Most of them are going to be huddling inside their buildings, as the sensible choice to do during a war. But yeah, you might find some civilians in towns. Again, this is your country. You're here to defend it, so try not to raise everything to the ground. Any other questions for me?
Do you know if we can actually blow that rail bridge?
I haven't issued you with any explosives. And in either case, I have not tested that, so I have no idea.
I'm not
Apologies,
sure how
apologies,
Arma would.
Colonel. We will not take any unauthorized explosives during this defensive war.
Could we, like, if Arma doesn't respond to if you found explosives and blow it, could we use RP that it blown up or something?
Yeah, if we get to that point, we can RP that.
Cool.
I don't like that if.
What?
Okay, so I've marked out a plan here, so I'll brief mostly in game. One thing I want to say now, can you all hear me? There's several points here where I'm explicitly saying which direction to exfil. Please make sure you do that. This is to give the idea that we're moving in a different direction than we actually are for the enemy if they should follow us or send a reaction force. That's it. We'll be further in game. Oh, also, don't get stuck in. If I say withdraw, holy shit, leave. If you will be left behind if you don't leave after the order is given today.
Yeah, if you stick around in one place for too long, the enemies are going to call in reinforcements on you, and you're going to get overwhelmed.
Cool. I'll do the rest in game.
Alrighty, here we go.
Damn, man's already losing the war to COVID. Holy shit.
I'm fine.
If you say so, buddy. Oh, what the fuck is this site? Yo, my scope is extending off the right hand side of my screen.
Same,
what the
bro.
fuck is this?
Hang on. Let me go stand behind my chair to see through my scope real quick. You know? How does one unzoom the scope?
Is there a button for it?
You. I think
You
there's a
don't.
button.
You actually just don't.
There is a button to like flip these.
It doesn't
I
look
always
this
forget
way.
the button.
Yeah,
However,
actually, yeah, it doesn't look like it's on a
and
QD.
numpad division, I believe.
I wish I just had iron.
So awkward.
control
It
numpad
uses
division
the-
don't
oh,
work
that is
for
such
me.
a stupid.
Wait, what?
That is
What?
not the normal way that the game does things. Why
Doesn't
would
do
you
it
have to
for
have
me.
your own?
It is
solution?
under CBA options,
you are
I think. CBA
Well.
weapons.
All right.
That is so jank.
If you have a buddy, say AR and AAR, then go into a color team together. CLS go yellow with me, and the others go red.
Yeah, I guess we're green bubbas or something.
Green, fuck it, fine.
Okay, what's the minimum range?
Yeah, Juno, follow me on color yellow, and then
I got
black or Kree go red.
Alright.
5 AK max speed.
Oh, that's cool. Let's see.
Still does.
Perfect case 74. Oh, you all got like the fancy anti-recoil AKs, so you're gonna be significantly more accurate.
Oh, is this the AN94?
No, it's not that one.
The
it's like
AK-107, similar.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's got like the big fat tube on top that does some wiggly shit in there to keep your muzzle down when you're firing. Yeah. It actually does work really well in the game. Like the game, like you can shoot that thing and it just stays level. It's kind of great.
Oh, you're
yeah.
right.
I need to configure this scope.
One out of only.
Let's see. What is the? Is it on the CBA?
Oh, it does. How'd you do it?
CBA weapons in your
sorry.
controls.
Yeah, toggle.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Optic
control
states.
divided by
Yeah.
right.
I rebound
Super
it
awkward.
to like
Where's,
control
I'm
alt
not doing